Yo, what's poppin', everybody? This is Mr. Spade here, Canadian friend and commentator, and today I have some Black Ops breakdown for you guys of the new map pack, Annihilation. It's a new maps, multiplayer maps. That's what we're going to be covering, the Domination game mode, because that's what I play is Domination. First, to kick this off, guys, we got Drive-In. Now, Drive-In is a 60s American movie theater sort of thing, but instead of sitting in a crowded room with people throwing popcorn at you, you take your car to the movie theater, you just sit in the parking lot, you make love in the back seat, whatever floats your boat. That's got to be the best way to go while watching a movie. Guys, next we have Silo. The abandoned Russian missile base is what I think it is, but I'm not really sure because, well, there's still missiles going off, so I don't know what's going on with this map, but it makes it entertaining to play, listen to missiles going off in your ears. No, you get used to it eventually, guys, you just ignore it. But, guys, next map we have is Hangar 18, and Hangar 18 is the Area 51 equipped with a full-on Blackbird and some weird apple thing on the side of the map that when you shoot at it, it bounces bullets back at you. I have no idea what that's all about, but it's fun to just shoot yourself for days. Last map we have, guys, is Hazard of the multiplayer maps, and this is the golf course. Of course, we love the golf course. It's the best. But the reason why it's called Hazard, actually, is because when you shoot a ball out of bounds in golf, it's called Hazard. So, I didn't know that. And I'm a golfer. Come on, I should know these things. Let's get into the breakdown, guys, though. First, we got Drive-In on Domination, and let's take a look at these Domination points real quick. We got C flag on that little mound there, B flag in the middle of the map, and A flag by that gas station. Now, what you want to do while playing this map is try and stay away from this red zone. It is the danger zone, for sure. There's lots of tall grass where campers can hide in, and very little cover for you to move from one side to the other. What you want to try and do is stay in this green spot, ideally. There's lots of cover to move from one side to the other, and you can just access every point. You can access C flag, B flag, and A flag. What you want to try and do when you're playing Domination on this map, I would suggest, is hold C and B flag, because they will start to spawn only in those yellow spots in the parking lot back there and in the gazebo, and it's really easy to spawn trap. As you can see by this clip, I'm just wrecking these guys with this spawn trap, and I'm not even playing with a full party here, guys. This is just playing by myself, and I'm just totally wrecking these guys. You don't need a full party to do this. It's completely foolproof unless you are absolutely terrible at the game. You do have to have some skill unless you're playing with a full party, of course, because then you can just wreck ass all night and not even worry about it. But guys, something you need to know when doing this spawn trap is you need to have somebody, at least one or two people in the middle of the map, sort of just pushing their spawn, putting a little bit of pressure on, getting the bullets into their spawn. Those are the slayers of the map. You want to have also two people watching the two sides of the map to make sure that they don't spawn over there and try and rush behind you, because otherwise that's just not good. You're just going to end up getting sandwiched, and then it'll just be a COD sandwich, and you don't want a COD sandwich. That's just bad. COD is bad for you. COD is disgusting. Fish is gross. But guys, it's pretty foolproof, this sort of method, and it works pretty well as long as your guys don't die. Now, as you can see here, they are just getting wrecked in their spawn, but the reason why I had to end up moving up to the left side there is because that guy over by those buildings, that green zone, he ended up dying, which means they ended up spawning over there, which means I had to hook around, and we almost ended up losing the spawn trap, which is bad. So you want to make sure that you have two people, at least one or two people on each side of the map, and two people at least in the middle to fend off their spawn. Now, the chopper gunner ends up saving us, but it was a close call there for a minute there. I was a little worried myself. Now, guys, what do I think of this map overall? I think this map is pretty awesome. I'm going to say that about most of these maps, because I am loving these crap out of these maps right now. This map is very much like Nuketown in the fact that it's small, but it plays nothing like Nuketown. It plays very fluidly. That's the best way I can describe it. There's a lot of fluidness to it. It runs in more of a circle, as where Nuketown runs linear, which means there's like one person on one side, one person on the other, and they're just shooting each other back and forth. But this map is very circular, which means it caters more to running gun styles, which I like a lot because I am a running gunner, as you guys may know. So, next map we have is Silo. Silo is the Russian missile base, as I said before. Now, Silo Domination, that's what we're playing. Funny thing about Silo Domination is that it sort of slopes downward from A to C flag. So you have A flag up at the top, B flag in the middle, and C flag down at the bottom. And C flag is sort of in a little bit of a ditch, so you want to try and hold A and B flag and let them have C flag so that you're firing down into their spawn. Now, when you have these flags captured, they will mostly spawn for the most part in this blue building here that I've highlighted, as you can see right up here in a quick second, I will show you that they do indeed spawn in this area. You can see that they are spawning all in that area. They are rushing up towards the B flag behind their spawn. They don't want to end up going up towards where that guy just went right now, because there is a little bit of a corner there, and you can't really see around that corner, and you have no idea what's going on. So you want to try and stay away from that corner as much as possible. Just put people up in that sniper tower. These are the sniper positions. So the green ones are the ones that you hold. The red ones are the ones that they hold. The red ones are kind of easy to fend off, but the green ones are a lot harder to dislodge people on, as they are higher up in the map. Now, there are two main ways to play this map, in my opinion. First is the objective player. Now, this is the player I like to be, because I just like to be the objective, and I feel like a tank when I'm just holding down the objective all by myself. Like, come on. But then I feel like I'm letting the team down when I let go of the objective. But anyways, guys, this is a pretty easy spot to hold down, in my opinion. You have to have some skill level to play this position, but it's not rocket science. It's not that difficult to hold it down. You have a ton of cover. You have a way bigger advantage over these guys. They're just rushing as fast as they can to B flag because they want to try and cap that B flag, and they're not using cover to their advantage for the most part. People don't when they're trying to get an objective or something like that, and you just have the advantage on them in almost every way. Like, I have those barrels there. I have the truck beside me. I have lots of cover, and if you have someone behind you in that sniper tower, you can make sure that they won't come up from behind you and sort of poke you in the butt and say, "Hello, my name is Lindsay Lohan. How are you doing?" So guys, the next way to play this map is the Slayer. Now, the Slayer is the person everyone wants to be, but a lot of times people don't really know where to go when they're the Slayer. On this map, you want to try and stay to the left side of the map. They won't really go up to the right side of the map where that little bend I told you about was, in the sort of ditch there, because a lot of people, they are stupid, but they do have some smarts, and they know that they're going to get sniped if they go that way. So if you're a runner-gunner, you want to be over here because there's a lot of traffic coming in this way from behind their spawn. People like to try and hook behind their spawn on this map, and it gives you a lot of traffic, gives you a lot of kill streaks, and it's just good overall. Now, these sniper towers are not that hard to get people out of, in case you guys are wondering. You just shoot through the floor, and once you make your presence known, they will look down, and it will make it even easier for you to shoot them. What do I think of this map overall? At first, I didn't like it so much, but now I am starting to cater towards it a bit more now that I sort of take a look at the spawns and know how it plays. There's a lot of long distance to this map, but I found out that there also is some close quarter, as you can see that I am sort of raping here with the MP5K there for a quick second. Now, second to last map we have is Hazard. Hazard is the golf course, and it doesn't really matter whether you hold A flag or B flag, as it just doesn't matter. And I'll show you guys what I mean. There's a lot of sniper spots, and both sides of the map are sort of very similar. As you can see, there are tons of sniper spots. These are all the sniper spots that you can get killed from. So, based on this, you want to stay out of the middle of the map as much as possible. These red zones are very dangerous, and if you don't want to die, you want to try and stay to these green zones if you can. There's more cover in these zones, and you can end up sneaking in behind these snipers and sort of surprise them in the butt and give them surprise butt sex. Now, if you take a look at these spawns, guys, they're not really up and down. They're more sideways along the fairway. While there is one person spawning, while the team is spawning on one side of the fairway, the other team is spawning on the other side of the fairway. Now, you can use this to your advantage greatly, because if you know your team is on one side of the fairway, then you know the other team is definitely going to be on the other side of the fairway. As you can see, we have guys at A and at C flag, sort of, and it's not really flipping the spawn because they are on the higher ground and we are on the lower ground. That tends to be how the spawns work on this map. One team is on the higher part of the map, and the other team is on the lower part of the map. So what you want to try and do is stick to the edges of the map as much as possible, because, as you saw earlier, there were a shit ton of snipers positions looking in towards the middle of the fairway. So stick to the edges of the map, guys. Stick to where your team is, and only cross to kill people at the ends of each area, like at the ends of each map, because that's where the snipers will be, and you can get in behind them like I am doing right now and surprise them and say, "Hello, I'm Lindsay Lohan." I know I already used that joke. Damn it! God damn. But that's the best way to play this map, guys, is to sneak around the side and sort of surprise people, catch them off guard. You don't want to try and just stay in one spot and sort of peek your head out, shoot for a minute, go down, peek your head out, shoot for a minute, go down. You want to try and move around as much as possible. I found that works the best, because when you do that other method where you peek your head out, look around, shoot, you have a 50-50 chance of getting spotted and getting killed. You can kill them, but you can also die really easily in that spot. So, what do I think of this map? This map, it has a lot of vibrant colors to it. It's very green, which I like a lot because, well, not many maps that Treyarch makes are very green and bright at all. So it's a nice change from the dreary maps that Treyarch tends to like to make, which is probably why I like this map so much. It just has a great atmosphere to it. And it was also based off Cliffside, which was also an amazing map out of World at War. Now, guys, this is what happens when you go down the middle, just to let you know. You get crazy owned right there. Don't go down the middle, guys. Last map we have to break down is Hangar 18. Now, Hangar 18 I'm not a big fan of, and you can see why right here. Most of the spawns on this map are freaking crazy. It's really difficult to hold one particular spawn point because the domination points are in a triadic formula, which means that they're in a triangle, which means also that it's not in a linear formation, which it makes it very difficult to spawn trap. So what I would suggest, guys, is holding down one position. I know it sounds like such a noob idea, doesn't it? But trust me, if you control this one position that I'm suggesting, you will have a lot of success and your team will most likely win. The position that I'm talking about is this central hub right here. Now you have access to the Blackbird, you have access to the middle, you have access to the sniper across the middle in that little building. You have access to a lot of areas. As you can see by these red highlighted areas, you have access to the A flag, to the C flag, you have access to the entire bottom of the map by B, just because of that Blackbird, and you have access to the back of you. So you have full map access from the middle of this building, and that's what makes this spot the most attractive spot for people to go towards. Also, it's in the middle of the map, so people tend to gravitate towards the middle of the map a bit more, and it's right above B flag. So if you want to try and get your kill streaks up and help your team out, secure the middle of the map, the big hub building. It will help your team out the most securing that position. You gotta have guys, though, rushing around and cleaning up the messes because they are spawning, as I said, everywhere. There is no definite spawn point, really, for each... Well, there is for each flag, but people are rushing around so much on this map that the spawn points tend to flip very easily and very rapidly. So if you have a couple people just circling the map and then the other people sort of, maybe 2 or 3 people holding down the middle hub and then the rest of the people circling around the map, that will work actually really well because those guys circling around the map will clear people up and the guys in the middle will control the map for the guys circling around. So this strategy ends up working out pretty well. As you can see, me and a couple friends, we're holding down the middle right here, and we are just cleaning these guys up. And the rest of our guys, they're rushing around the map, trying to secure objectives, trying to kill guys off, pick them off. It's very easy to separate people from the rest of the group on this map, which is something I like about this map. But the thing I don't like about this map is that you have to... I feel as though I have to do some sort of camping in order to win the game, because whoever holds that central B building, the game is won to the person who holds that central B building the longest. People are trying to dislodge me from this, but they can't work because they can't touch this pro skillet. So I don't like this map that much, guys. I find that there's a lot of camping on it, and also there's also a fair amount of sniping, a lot more than you would think, because that B flag is right in the open, and there's 2 sniper points looking down in at it. So there are a couple of Grizzes who think they are pro skillets and think they can snipe into the B flag, and it's a little irritating, but it's not as bad as Hazard for the sniping, as Hazard is very sniping. So I don't like this map that much, but I do like the other maps. That's 3 out of 4 good multiplayer maps in my books. That is amazing. Great job, Treyarch, on this awesome map pack. I am loving it. I'm still enjoying the maps. I've been playing the only map pack playlist for the last 3 days yet, and I'm still not bored of it. By now I would have said, screw this, I need to get some regular old maps back into the game. Anyways, guys, if you like this breakdown, please give me a thumbs up. I put a lot of work and editing into this video. And also, shouts out to my brother Pete. He helped me with the Photoshop stuff, as I am a Photoshop noob. And I just love you for that. Thank you for giving up a couple hours of your time to help me out. Guys, that's all I have to say right now. I hope this guide helps you. Well, not really a guide. I hope this breakdown helps you. I know this was a longer video, so if you guys stick with me this long, I probably deserve a thumbs up. I'll see you guys later. Peace out.